Ah, the old familiar.
Really sounds funky.
It does, doesn't it? Welcome to episode 80 of the Champagne Comedy Podcast, where we talk about the best Australian comedy show from the 90s of a made funky squad and other D-Generation comedy tidbits. Now, my name is Matt, and joining me on this podcast today is Alison Daniel.
Daniel from Adelaide.
You know, just as a reminder, Kim and... Sorry. I'm going to get milk as much out of that as possible. And Tony. The gang's nearly back. We're just missing Prue, but Prue is at a concert, I believe, or somewhere. So, yeah, one or the other.
Prue has a life.
Yeah.
That's narrowed it down. She's at a concert or somewhere.
Yes. Well,
as long as she's somewhere cool, because it's hot here in Adelaide, and it's probably hot pretty much everywhere else except for where Alison is, probably.
Yeah, it's just raining here. Endless rain.
Yeah, Sydney, it's funky. The weather is very, very funky.
Yeah. Well, isn't that on topic?
Oh, yeah. Well, how about that? Yes, indeed. Well, this is episode 80 and season 6 of our podcast of Champagne Comedy, which we hit a big milestone recently. For some odd reason, we hit like 100,000 downloads. So I just want to thank you, everyone. What started as a spicy cough podcast type thing is still going on strong, and I can't believe I'm still wrangling you guys and girls in. That's just damn amazing. Anyway, enough about all that chiffon and crazy antics. Time to dust off some news.
First of all, shortly after our bonus episode late last year, I got a little direct message from you, Matt, on X, asking if I wanted the keys to the TLS Champagne account.
Oh, you mean Twitter, not X.
Yeah, either or. Everybody still calls it Twitter, but I'm just trying not to dead name the platform.
Oh no, dead name it as much as possible.
So yeah, I did give it a bit of thought, and I thought, well, this will be a good opportunity to see whether I can make the most of it, try not to burn the place down. So I said yes. So if you've seen tweets on there that are a bit different to everywhere else, it's probably because I wrote them.
Yep, and you did scare off the cheap seats because of that.
Just about, and yeah, I was kind of lucky. I just about caught this in real time. On the 11th of December, I noticed a post from at Cheap Seats AU on Twitter saying the Cheap Seats is no longer posting on X. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. Plus, there's great Cheap Seats content on the Working Dog YouTube channel. See you on the telly in 2026. So that was just enough time for me to fire off a quote tweet asking, was it something I said? And quick as a flash, the Cheap Seats account replied very dryly, yes.
I think it was something Musk did.
Yeah.
But
well, you see, it's probably no coincidence that the Cheap Seats, Have You Been Paying Attention, and Working Dog all decided to leave Twitter just shortly after the under 16 social media ban happened. Although, mind you, I can't think of a lot of maybe the Cheap Seats. I'm not quite sure about the other two. I don't know if they've got a huge under 16 fan base or not.
Possibly, but so I would avoid Twitter like the plague.
Yep, but if there's anybody still there, I'm still on it. But we're also on Facebook, Blue Sky, which still it looks like Blue Esky to me whenever I read that name.
Yeah, so we're on Blue Sky for sure, and Instagram is controlled by Mason Hillcat, so I don't control that part. So, all right.
Anyone use Threads? I've never used it. Is that your
No, don't use Threads, even though it's. Yeah. I created an account for Threads, but yeah, that's dormant.
Not a lot of traction, I'm guessing.
No cut through either.
Every time I've ever seen anything on Threads, it's been some extremely dubious story designed to like rile people up. So I'm sure we've got plenty of them that we could put up there, but yeah.
Well, speaking of which, this came from a listener, friend of the podcast, I should say, who's been a guest before, Jeff Scott. I don't know if any of you guys and girls subscribe to, Sports Bazaar with Mick Malloy and Titus O'Reilly.
I am behind on my episodes, I have to admit.
Okay.
What was said?
Well, it's more or less for if you're a paid subscriber. So I'm going to quote Jeff's email here. I know you're all great sports fans, and I'm sure that you all listen to Sports Bazaar with Mick Malloy and Titus O'Reilly. In brackets, actually, it's worth listening to whether you are a sports fan or not. So I somewhat understand that. I would watch Santos Sam and Ed. I hated soccer, but I still enjoyed it for the laughs. Just in case you're not subscribing to the bonus episodes on Patreon, here's a snippet from this week. From swapping stories about visits to hospital emergency departments, Mick tells a tale of an old feud and some of his media relationships around his various TV shows. Now, before I hit it, this is going to be a little bit long-ish, probably just under 4 minutes. However, it's all about the context and everything. But it relates definitely to this podcast, especially of a certain name.
Anyway, finally about 4 a.m, a doctor's seeing her and there's a nurse there. And we've been waiting and I'm going, this just can't get any worse.
Yeah.
His nurse goes, yeah, so Mick, you knew my dad. And I go, knew? Well, what's his name? I go, well, when I say knew him, you were actually involved in a kind of major feud with him for many years.
The nurse.
For many years. I said, well, who was your dad? And she goes, Robert Fidgen. Now, Robert Fidgen was a TV critic who used to delight in destroying anything I did.
Yeah.
If I appeared as a guest on a show, he would go
You're
out
in
of
the
his
background
way
of a telethon
to sink it. He used to write for the Herald Sun, and I'd do double pages, and it was on 3AW, and at one stage he was on 3AW, and he used to go, after my first TV show, the Mick Malloy Show, went to air, the first of 2 ill-fated Channel 9 projects, but he actually went into this day and goes, give me a call now and tell me how much you hated the Mick Malloy Show. Like, there was no...
Or if you liked it. There was none of that.
No. I want you to tell me how much you hated the Mick Malloy Show. Anyway, so we were at the office, and me and everyone in the office, we just kept ringing all day. And going, how bad was Pete Smith? And, how bad... I think Pete Smith rang in and goes, how bad was Pete Smith? But we just followed, and then we played them on the show the next week. But he, like, genuinely...
It sounds like he started the feud.
In a way...
But it sounds like
when you know there's someone on the face of the planet who genuinely doesn't like you, and will actually change direction or change course
or devote a whole radio show to it.
Right. So it was very hard for me to go, even in Rosewood, they go, yeah, your dad was a fuckwit. Is kind of what you have to.
And what did the nurse say?
Well, actually, I didn't. I didn't say that. I said, well, he was very good at his job, and he obviously.
But hang on, he sounds like he started the feud.
He started it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like you went out.
I didn't know. But why would I start?
Exactly. Like, I think if you're a critic, you can't. It's like we're comedians, right? We have, especially when you're younger. How often would you spray the room, and say things about all sorts of people?
Sure.
And then you start meeting them.
Yeah. Well, that's particularly a problem for print journalists.
And
because they're very brave on paper, but then when you do meet them, it's not the best. I remember sitting I was next to the staff, the editor from The Age once, this is back in the day, and I went, I said, it's great to finally meet you. He said, there's an episode of my show, I think again, Mick Malloy Show, went to air, where I got bagged in 5 separate sections of that paper. So I was on the front page.
Day.
So the front page, there's goes TV disaster, go through to TV.
Yeah.
Then on page 3, there was a banner going...
for more on the Mick Malloy disaster.
So then there was in the TV section, and then on the back section in sport.
In sport?
In sport one of the journalists had used it as an analogy. This guy puts in less effort on the training track than Mick Molloy does preparing a TV show.
Oh.
And I was saying to the editor, I said, I honestly believe if I'd had a car for sale that week, the motoring section would have described it as a shitbox.
Oh, you should have.
I kept that. I've actually kept that edition of the paper. And it's like you can only allow to, if you come around, you can only touch it with white gloves.
Yeah, it's like the Magna Carta.
It's very important to me.
And yes,
Fidgeon.
yes, an old name.
Yay.
Yeah, but we will be reviewing the Mick Molloy show when we get to it. So just
Yeah,
When we get
that
to it.
makes me want to put it further up the list. But there are a couple of other things we're thinking of that are on the back burner. So
how fucking great was that?
Yeah, that's quite something.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I mean, Fidgeon was well known. Like, Fidgeon used to be, before he was a TV writer, he was a publicist for one of the networks. It was quite common back in the day that you would go from one to the other and that. And he was just someone who had a really, really, really fixed idea of what TV not only should be, but like what the network should be doing. So all these reviews, they weren't just like, I watched the show, it was good, it was bad. It was, I watched the show, why is the network putting this on? Why aren't they doing what I've been telling them to do? And so you just got really rubbish content from him. But I don't know, he worked hard, I guess. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember because I'm pretty sure I've met one of his daughters. Oh no, I've met one of. There was another Herald Sun person that like Mick and Tony used to go on a lot about. He wasn't a TV writer, but he was.
Warnicky?
Oh no, it wasn't Warnicky. It was a guy like even in his press photo, he looked really. He was really fat, not fat, but like swollen and red in the face, like a real boozy guy's photo.
Was it
this is all sounding very Guess Who Don't Sue.
Was it Robin
Really?
Oliver?
No, it wasn't Robert Oliver though. Robert sounds
Robin.
Oh.
Robin Oliver.
I'll do some research and come back.
The only other TV writer I can think of from that time, who I think is still writing today, might be Michael Idato.
Oh yeah,
But
he was like the next generation.
But yeah, he's friends of the guys because he was in the audience of the Late Show.
He
was a young, but like there's Michael Idato and there was another Michael at the age for quite a while as well. I don't know if he's still there, but yeah, they were the next lot coming up. Warnicky was sort of aging out by the end of the 90s and they brought in some young people. And then you've got a different crop now even, not that anyone reads or cares about the Green Guide. And I don't even know if the Herald Sun still has a TV section.
Ken Lofthouse can always been, dust him off or something like that.
I don't think I used to know old Lofthouse. He was a good bloke.
And what about Doug Anderson?
Oh yeah, I used to see Doug Anderson occasionally.
Yeah, I loved his articles where people before the internet and people would just write in and go, "Oh, blah 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 is requesting this. Does anyone have a copy of this on tape or anything like that?" Anyway, sorry, I'm going on a tangent there.
Good old days. Anyway, yes, Mick is completely correct in that.
Or
Fidgeon was a one-man vengeance machine. He went on, I remember, for years. He went on because they cancelled, I want to think it was something called Family Law or something, and it was like Sigrid Thornton was a judge in it.
Not The Family Law.
No, it wasn't The Family Law, and it probably wasn't Family Law either. It was something law. But she was like a magistrate.
Carson's Law.
Maybe it was Carson's Law.
No, Carson's Law had, what's her name, from the Sullivans in it.
Yes, that's right. No, and Carson's Law was an actual show. It was a very sort of weak source kind of show. It was just, a magistrate dealing with stuff. Didn't do well, got axed, but he was outraged and he would go on forever and he would constantly bring it into other things. It's like, the Mick Molloy show, what a pile of garbage. Why would they even bother doing that? Why did they axe, this brilliant show? And it's like, that was on another network 3 years ago, maybe not relevant here. It was an okay show, but it just didn't rate very well and people weren't interested. But he was outraged that this show that was clearly aimed directly at him wasn't, they didn't make 40 episodes a year. It was a very strange time, really. TV critics were just given space to talk about whatever the hell they wanted. And no one, the papers just let them run with it.
So, thanks for sending that through, Jeff. And also, don't forget to, obviously pay for a Patreon for Sports Bazaar.
Okay, so there was one item I saw on the TV industry news website, TV Black Box, written by Kevin Perry. Network 10 has moved to shift its Adelaide commercial sales operations to Melbourne, resulting in job losses within the South Australian sales team. As first reported by David Simmons from In Daily, 8 staff members have been made redundant as Paramount, the owner of Network 10, transitions the entire Adelaide sales operation interstate. Paramount has confirmed that Network 10's Adelaide newsroom is not affected by the restructure. Now, what's that got to do with us? TV Black Box understands that the redundancies come at the same time as Mitsubishi Motors has decided to discontinue a long-running integrated advertising campaign with Have You Been Paying Attention? Yeah, so no more Tommy G humorously edited into Mitsubishi ads.
No.
What about Russell Coit? Was that Mitsubishi as well?
I assume that's a separate thing. That's like where Network 10 or Paramount don't enter into it. That would have been just between Working Dog and Mitsubishi.
Well, it sounds like
But
that.
basically, like Mitsubishi's Australian headquarters are based in Adelaide, and they were a key sales client for 10's Adelaide sales team. So now that they're apparently out of have you been paying attention? There's no need for anybody to actually be in Adelaide.
You're on your own there, Daniel.
Well, look, I suppose we'll find out whether that's true when the show returns around about May. But if they're looking for a potential advertiser, there might be a movie coming out sometime this year which seems Working Dog related. Have a listen to this trailer.
Calling all units. We need backup.
Wonder Dog! Wonder Dog!
You okay, pal?
Ah! Charlie? You spoke!
I did?
Oh! Charlie!
This is awesome! Hiya, Mom.
Ah! How did this happen?
Aliens.
I thought we agreed you'd stay low.
I hear calls for help and...
You just can't help yourself.
Bingo! Just like me with tacos.
That mangy mutt is ruining everything! Let's take down Wonder Dog! My enhanced DNA can transfer to other cats, making them super smart!
That's got some serious kick!
As for the humans, lights out!
The world needs me.
What about me? I need you.
I'll be okay. I promise.
Burr is going to fly.
Oh, bloody hell. Gramps has really lost it.
Where's the guy with the string pulling Charlie into the
The vertical mountain. Yeah.
Bloody, well, foolhardy cousin George really sold the rights, hasn't he? Christ almighty.
Must the Americans remake everything?
Well, actually, it's a Canadian CGI.
No, sorry, Canadian people.
But that's Owen Wilson as the voice of Charlie the Wonder Dog. This is the synopsis. When Danny's best friend is mysteriously abducted by aliens, Charlie returns home with incredible abilities and a mission to protect the people he loves. But when the world needs him most, Charlie learns that true heroism isn't about strength. It's about courage, kindness, and believing in yourself. This is a story for the whole family about friendship, loyalty, justice, the vibe, and finding the hero inside us all.
Vibe. Jeez. They must have paid Working Dog some rights. We should do what they do, when you try and get your name on top of Google, some kind of search engine optimization going here where we get actual Charlie the Wonder Dog, the Late Show Charlie the Wonder Dog on the top of the rankings, and we'll somehow
Kim,
kick the
update the
Canadian
Champagne
one
Comedy website.
There we go. There's one way.
Yeah.
People are looking for the trailer, like that trailer.
Exactly.
Well, so this was a tip-off via our Twitter page. And yeah, initially I thought, oh, this is just some, AI, mock-up kind of, this isn't a real movie. But lo
to
and
be
behold,
fair,
it
it
is.
sounds like there's quite a lot of AI involved in making this film. I mean, it does seem kind of a poor premise.
It does, doesn't it?
Anyway.
There's a market for movies that you can dump the kids at and come back, 2 hours later during the holidays.
Charlie, we love you.
Yep.
So, this premiered in the US and Canadian theatres on January the 16th. It hasn't reached Australian cinemas. I assume they might hold it over until the April school holidays, perhaps. If it is fortunate enough to reach Australian cinemas, maybe I might take one for the team and go and watch it, and try and see if any Working Dog Late Show Charlie the Wonder Dog isms make it into the movie. It'd be good to hear. He truly is a wonder dog.
And if you do go, just a heads up for the Get This fans, soundtrack contribution by Bryan Adams.
Douche.
Yeah. It's just Summer of 69 constantly on loop. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for that, Daniel.
All right, no, hang on. I've got just one very.
Oh, come on! You've got your own segment coming up.
I know, but there's been heaps of news. Now this is a really quick one. So David Knox from the other TV website TV Tonight interviewed Channel 7's Chief Content Officer Brooke Hall about the upcoming year. And they talked about the upcoming secretive Mick Molloy, Glenn Robbins comedy chat show. Brooke says that they do have a title and we do have all the guests, but in the next week or two, you're going to see one of those drop. They want to just keep doing that as a reveal. I was excited from the day we saw the rough pilot, and the more it goes along, I think these guys are geniuses. Although Brooke is yet to indicate whether the show will play at 7:30 or 8:30. Brooke says, we think 9 will probably have a game show The Floor there. There'll be things like Have You Been Paying Attention or The Cheap Seats. I think it would be a mistake to be playing like-for-like shows against each other. That's an era of 5 to 10 years ago. We want the best result for television and 7.
Or Channel 9 will just replay episodes of the Mick Molloy show. How about that? Or The Nation. Yeah.
Might get a better viewership, actually, on Channel 7. Who knows? So, the show does have a name. No, we don't know what it is yet. Although, mind you, you can also apply for tickets. If you're over 18 and in Melbourne in February, if you email audience@molloyboy.com and see whether you can get tickets that way. Good luck.
It'll be interesting to see when they can fit it in, because 7 these days is really just, whatever reality show they've got on, and then they'll have that on from Sunday till Wednesday night, and then it's sport after that. They don't sort of have free time slots for much of the year.
The only thing I think could work would be to just try the usual front bar time slot, which would be Wednesday 8:30 usually.
Well, they've had luck. I was going to say they had a bit of luck with the Royal Flying Doctor drama series at that time. But I mean, it would have to be, I suppose that would make sense, but they just can't put it on when the footy's on because Mick is doing the footy. So it's either going to be on in the next month or so, or at the right at the end of the year, which seems unlikely. So they must be getting ready to have it sooner rather than later.
They can always put it on 7 Mate because that's where they do tend to put new comedies.
That's where 7 Mate is an open grave with a shovel and a pile of dirt next to it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
with Fat Pizza back in business on rotation.
Come on, the Houseos guys, surely there's still some life left in there.
Yeah.
I'm sure Paul Fennick is at this very moment coming up with some, shithouse excuse for television that involves lots of strippers or something.
If you put all these shows back to back to back, surely you could just track the declining budgets. Because wasn't the last one literally just him in a car driving around the outback?
He was performing in pubs in the outback it was him and a couple of strippers, I think.
I think eventually they just Channel 7 would put $20 in an envelope out the front. That was his budget for the show. Because I think if they're going to do a Mick Molloy show, they're going to have to spend enough money on it to want it on in their on the actual channel during a time when people will be watching.
All right, well, let's get into the next part, which has been a bit of a while. So I don't have anything to refresh this bit, so...
It's all in this week's TV Week, packed with great family entertainment.
Oh, Jesus! We'll just make that a permanent thing, I think, for a little while. That is Daniel G., your program guide. I am now intrigued what I can contribute to this down the track.
Yeah, I was thinking...
because
one of the...
We don't have that anymore.
No.
Well, actually, I don't want to foreshadow it, but we might.
Oh shit! Well, there we go. It's been a while,
look, I was thinking about getting one of the grabs from later in this episode because there is microfish involved in the episode we're talking about coming up.
Yes.
But, look, it doesn't really matter.
Let's get into
the
program guide because I've got a little bit of extra funky stuff for you.
Yeah. All right. So, 8 o'clock, Funky Squad, very first episode. Then Four Corners at 8:30, Media Watch at 9:15. And at 9:30, the final episode of the first season of the dark black comedy anthology Murder Most Horrid. It turns out to be a repeat, and it stars Dawn French. And we've got a clip of the intro here.
Cowabunga, all you surfing dudes. Do you know, Shakespeare really knew what he meant when he wrote that. This week, doppelgangers. The idea that out there is a double for each of us. And if there is, how come the Germans have got a word for it and we haven't, eh?
That's such that is such a, say, Frontline-esque type storyline header too.
This is from December 1991. Season 1, Episode 6, titled Mrs. Hat and Mrs. Red. Katie Hatcliffe, Mrs. Hat, played by Dawn French, is shocked when she bumps into her doppelganger, Sonia Redfern, Mrs. Red, also played by Dawn French. Mrs. Hat ends up following Mrs. Red home. Mrs. Hat finds herself literally stepping into Mrs. Red's shoes and taking over her luxurious lifestyle. Over on Channel 7, up against Funky Squad, we've got another episode of Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. This is Season 2, Episode 12, called The Eyes Have It. This is from January 1995. Superman tries to protect Lois from kidnappers, but he is completely blinded by an ultraviolet ray gun. Now, I did happen to find a clip from this episode online titled Superman is Blinded. Now, listening to this dialogue, I just want to remind you that the dialogue on Funky Squad is deliberately bad. This is kind of a long clip, but basically all of this dialogue, it's really something. So basically this is Lois meeting up with two men in a dark park with owls hooting in the background. The two men are holding a very bright flashlight in Lois's face.
I'm Lois Lane.
We know who you are, Miss Lane. Where's the device?
Excuse me?
Dr. Faraday's device? Where is it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you?
Where is Superman?
I don't know.
Come on, Doc, look at her. Do I really have to shoot her? No, Munch. We're just going to lure Superman.
Right. Tell me, Miss Lane, does Superman always appear when you find yourself in mortal danger?
I don't think that's a question I want to hear when I'm standing out here with a light shining in my face, talking to someone I don't know that I can't see.
Well, would you be kind enough to answer it anyway?
Well, yes, he does. At least he has so far, but I'm not sure that's a theory I want to test right this instant.
And Superman gets something shined in his face. And they fly away.
Oh. Think it worked?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
No, they don't know.
Thanks, Superman.
You're welcome, Lois.
I don't want you to think I'm complaining. I'm just curious. Why are you flying so slow?
Well, because I can't see. I can't see anything at all.
Sorry.
Honestly, that
Eddie Gusto.
fucking dialogue.
Oh, but don't ruin it for me too, because I I recently bought the box set on iTunes for $30.
Money well spent, Matt.
Judge me. Oh yeah, and thanks to Eddie Gusto for providing that little fanfare. Anyway, sorry, as you were, Daniel.
Listening to that dialogue, you're going to want to pray for Charlie the Wonder Dog or Funky Squad, I think. Anyhow, over on SBS, they've got Great Castles of Europe. Tonight, we're looking at the famous Renaissance castle on the Loire in France, Chateau de Chambord. I'm sure you all know it well.
Chateau de Villefort.
Yeah, that's about just as famous, I think. Over on Channel 9, it's a Season 7 episode of Murphy Brown, Episode 10, originally from November 94, titled Bye Bye Bernanke. Eldon's mother, played by Anne Meara, stops by Murphy's house with a letter for Eldon Bernanke, played by Robert Pastorelli, an eccentric house painter that Murphy has hired to renovate her house and later employed as a live-in nanny for her son Avery for 7 seasons. The letter contains a chance for Eldon to study with a famous muralist in Spain, but it means that he must leave Murphy and Avery, which is something he's reluctant to do.
Isn't this great?
Great? No, it's not great. I can't go to Spain.
Oh, what are you talking about? This is what you always wanted.
Well, maybe it was, but not now. I got responsibilities here.
All right, I understand. Avery is a darling boy, and I know you care for him. But you have to live your own life. I mean, it's not like he's your child. He's not, is he?
No.
Can you tell which one is the mother in that one? Okay, and considering that this is in April 1995, and this is between seasons 1 and 2 of Frontline, thankfully we've got our old dependable favourite, 7:30 Mondays on Channel 10. It's healthy, wealthy, and wise. Yay!
I was a bit premature then. I'm sorry.
We were worried that it was gone forever.
It's been a while since I've been able to say that. So on tonight's show, Ian Hewitson discovers some smart Aussie ventures in South Australia. Ross Greenwood digs up some of the best property buys in the country. Peter Werrett demonstrates ingenious ways of keeping our air clean. Jim Brown presents a special Anzac Day story from New South Wales. Don't forget, this is Anzac Day Eve. And Lynn Talbot takes a look at life-saving.
Oh. No.
I wonder how much the property was in 1995. It was probably like 50 grand for a house or something.
Yeah, some AV Jennings sponsorship with it as well, something like that.
Well, that too. Yeah.
Homeworld.
Well, I've done a little currency conversion, but it was for something else. I looked at my copy of episode 1 on DVD. That's it there.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept a little sticker inside that says ABC Shop, $29.95.
Yep. $29.95.
Wow.
So I'm pretty sure I got this when it came out. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I bought this when it came out in 2007. So yeah, $29.95 in 2007 dollars would be $48.58 today. Now, Funky Squad is set in 1976. So something worth $29.95 in 2007 would have been only $6.16 in 1976. So something to think about as we.
There was a lot of money in 1976.
Exactly. Back in actually, technically it's not any of our days, really, is it? The 1970s. We don't really have that much of a no. Like we're old, but we're not that old.
I wasn't born in
folks.
1976.
No. All right. Well, thank you very much for that, Daniel. As mentioned before, if you haven't been paying attention to our whole show, we've moved on from Frontline, we've done all that, and now we are onto Funky Squad, which is 1 season, 7 episodes, which was squeezed in between or when they filmed it, season 1 and season 2 of Frontline. Now, this was originally broadcast in 1995. So last year, at the time of this recording, which was 2025, Working Dogs celebrated 30 years of Funky Squad. And with Funky Squad being, the theme of it being in 1976, as you mentioned, Daniel, that means we're celebrating 50 years of Funky Squad. Yay! So I know I'm clutching at straws there. But anyway, so how Funky Squad actually started, it was a radio serial. So here's a snippet here.
1974. In an effort to combat growing crime, the police developed an elite new team, a team that would speak the language of the streets. Funky Squad. Young, hip, in touch with the now generation. Funky Squad. Grant, Cassie, Sticks and Poncho. Together they are Funky Squad.
Ooh, Funky Squad.
This week's episode, a cry for help.
Well, here we are cruising.
Man, this neighborhood is on the slide.
It's Skidsville.
Do you know what the murder rate is here?
1 per episode.
Yeah, and we say there's no differences between rich and poor.
But what can we do?
Well, Cassie, I teach all the kids to follow one rule.
That one about look left, look right.
No, Sticks, no.
Then when the road is clear of traffic...
No, Sticks.
Walk straight across the road.
Sticks? Don't run. No.
Don't run.
It's don't discriminate on the base of race, creed, colour.
Or hairstyle.
Right on, Cassie.
All right. Oh, guys, stop slapping me.
Sorry.
APB all units. APB all units. Body on the corner of 4th and 23rd. Believed to be homicide.
That's our turf.
Let's split. Well, here we are at the scene of the crime.
All right. Move on, you. Head off. Over there, out of there, and you on the ground, get up.
That's the victim, sir.
Oh, so it is.
Hey, man.
Funky Squad, no need for you here. Just a hobo, a nobody. Probably got in a fight. Let's not waste any more time.
Whoa, hang on there, Deputy Dismissive.
Nothing suspicious. Head on back.
Grant, Cassie, I don't buy that. We got a weirdo killer on our hands. Look at the victim. Whose mind would be so twisted as to kill someone and then draw a chalk outline around him?
The police do that.
Weirdos.
Later, at the chief's office.
No way, Funky Squad. It's not worth it.
Chief,
the victim was a nobody, an out-of-towner, a John Doe, fly-by-night. Don't you see? He was a hobo, a drifter, vagrant. By the way, thanks for that thesaurus.
Pleasure, Chief.
Anyway, the case is closed.
For him, it's closed. But for Funky Squad, it's wide open.
Hang on, this is my office. You leave.
Oh, no, sir.
Right on, Chief.
Is the case closed? Find out tomorrow in
Funky Squad.
Now, the D-Gen were known for a lot of their radio serials, and so like Implausible Rescue and FM Playhouse, etc., and Doctor Whom, and all the other stuff from Johnny Swank. So right now, as of this recording, I am sure that Working Dog will be putting up radio serials on their YouTube in their members only part of it all, where you pay a subscription monthly sub for it. Because right now they're putting up episodes of Johnny Swank and also clips or best of bits from their radio days on Eon FM. And it's quite funny and very entertaining. It's old school radio at its best. And I would highly recommend
one of the things you notice listening to that radio grab is that they have to fit quite a lot of jokes in that, 2.5 minutes. So it's going to be interesting.
That was.
Yeah, it's a really, really high joke count, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm. So yeah,
and what year was that
going
from?
to be
in the early 90s. I can't exactly tell you what year or what day that was because I've got audio where it's from. I've got various episodes, various moments, but they're not time stamped, and I can't find at the moment the actual running list of when they were broadcast and everything else. So I believe it might have been 94, but don't quote me on it.
Because it's going to be interesting to see how like the 1.5 minutes is going to fare dragged out to 28, 29 minutes on TV.
Other than that, with Funky Squad, as you heard with the radio serial, that was Rob Sitch and Jane, Santo, and Tom. And when it came to adapting it to the TV show, Rob wasn't in that because of various reasons that were reported, especially like, let's just go with the main one where he was in the US finishing off his medical degree, Medico of Mirth. So
seems like a reasonable reason not to be in a show filmed in Australia.
Yeah. So, and that's where Tim Ferguson, known from the Doug Anthony All-Stars, came in and filled in for Rob's shoes. So Yeah, it was a pretty decent fit.
Who can we get to fill in for Rob Sitch? Let's get the pretty one out of the All-Stars.
Exactly, yeah. And with the Funky Squad merchandise, it wasn't until like 1996 that they released a VHS volume with only 3 episodes on it. Fast forward years later, the DVD with all 7 episodes.
Yeah.
But also...
Don't forget this.
I was about to get to that.
Funky Squad Annual.
Yeah, the book Funky Squad Annual.
It's a good parody of the genre as well.
Yeah, it's good fun. The Funky Squad Annual.
Well, it's pretty chunky too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty chunky.
At the time, it was for $19.95. That's how much that book cost back then.
Yeah. And Daniel, you said you had a PDF of it?
On the DVD, there's a PDF with a bonus. It's a 64-page PDF with comic strips on it, which does look like they're all works in progress. It does look a bit rough around the edges.
Yes, and that comic strip is in the annual, is in the book. So if you don't have the book, you can at least read the comic digital on your DVD if you insert it into
as long as you've still got a DVD drive,
PC.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course we do.
Physical media for the win.
We know you don't, but we do.
Yep.
We do,
Yeah,
yes.
because we're just old school like that. As well as digital as well. Funky Squad was released on iTunes and Google Play, but it's no longer there. So if you purchased it, you can still obviously download it from their archives, but you can't buy it there anymore. However, if you want to watch these episodes and follow with our podcast along, you can buy on watch.workingdog.com, or you can subscribe to or purchase via Working Dog's YouTube channel. So those are the official ways of watching Funky Squad.
Or you could go to most op shops or secondhand stores, because Funky Squad, at least for a while there, was very common around the traps.
Yes.
Oh, really? Because I've never actually found it in all my days looking.
It was big in Melbourne.
I'll keep looking for it, but when I do, it'll be up on nicheshit.au. There's a shameless plug.
Yeah. Well, I might buy it first.
Either way, I'm still finding DVDs of Any Questions for Ben, which are selling out fast.
Amazing.
Yes.
Can you define fast for us?
Non-glacial,
Yes,
how about that?
Fair enough.
I found 2 more 80p's.
People are waiting for the 4K upgrade for Any Questions for Ben.
People.
Are we actually going to review Any Questions for Ben?
Of course we are.
Yeah.
Can we book in like 8 episodes to fully cover?
I found the soundtrack in the second-hand place for
Scene-by-scene analysis.
$3. So that's money well spent.
But the scene-by-scene analysis is not a bad idea, considering they basically went from Melbourne event to event. So you can only go like, oh, and this is the bit where they go to the tennis open, and now they're at the races.
Yeah, it's all a tax write-off for them.
Well, I saw them filming it outside.
Well, hold that off until we do Any Questions for Ben. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Too much gold to wait till then.
Yeah.
So we know when Funky Squad went out in Australia. We know what it was up against it on television. But did you know that Funky Squad is actually the first of the kind of Working Dog shows to actually be broadcast on a proper channel in the UK?
Baffling.
Yeah. Yeah. It was on Channel 4. Okay.
No way.
And I was like, wow, it was on Channel 4. Now, Frontline got shown on British television on some kind of, like pay television channel. And no one that I ever met has ever watched Frontline on British television. But lots of British people I've met, the only Australian comedy they seem to know was Funky Squad. And so I thought, well, okay, must have been in quite a good time slot on Channel 4. Well, let's find out. I got my friend Ian Greaves, who's a sort of television writer and researcher. He's written lots of books, and I got him to help me with the transmission dates. So Channel 4 showed the first episode of Funky Squad on Sunday, the 23rd of July, 1995, at the amazing time slot of 1:30 a.m.
Oh, excellent.
Wow. Yeah, brutal, right? and they showed all 7 episodes at 1:30.
Although, mind you, for British television, that's not too bad, isn't it?
Well, I suppose
because that's like late Saturday night, essentially, like people getting out of pubs.
Well, yeah, I mean there is kind of a tradition of stuff to watch when you come home from the pub, so I can understand that the kind of people who were roughly my age that told me that they'd watched it, maybe that's how they'd seen it after they'd come home from the pub and they were still a bit drunk. And in some ways, Funky Squad would be quite good for that audience, I think. Anyway, that's not a slight on Funky Squad. I'm just saying it's the kind of show that you would enjoy in a non-sober state.
An audience that's not too fussy about what's going on in front of kids.
Oh, well, I'm sure we'll get to your opinions, Tony, on that. But yeah, so Channel 4 showed the first 5 episodes. So the first one was on 23rd of July and then each week. And then for whatever reason, they delayed episodes 6 and 7 until November and December. I don't know why they did that, but that's what they did. Anyway, after that, something sort of slightly interesting, or well, depends on what your definition of interesting is. But anyway, Funky Squad in 1996 was actually shown on a pay television channel called Paramount, the Paramount Comedy Channel, and that starts up on the 5th of June. And I'm going to guess that, like a lot of pay television channels, whenever they get a show, they just repeat it endlessly to death. But anyway, the first time it was shown was the 5th of June. Then in 1997, it's back on Channel 4 again. And it starts on the 1st of November, 97, at the even better time slot of 4:30 a.m. If you just say, hey, Funky Squad was on Channel 4, that sounds kind of cool. If you actually say what the time slot was, maybe less cool. Anyway, so I said to my friend Ian, why is it on Channel 4 and Paramount in the same time? And apparently it was quite normal at that time for secondary licenses to be sold. So, for example, he said the BBC and Sky pay television in the UK both had Star Trek and The Simpsons. So that was quite normal.
Okay.
I also thought, anyway, not to prolong us actually getting to the episode too much, but I thought, well, okay, what else is on British television at 1:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning? And so, if you decided you didn't want to watch Funky Squad on Channel 4, you could switch over to BBC One. At 1:15, they showed the weather. That went for 5 minutes, and then BBC One shut down until 7:30 a.m. So now,
can't wait for that 4K release.
Yeah, you can go on YouTube and you can actually see footage of mid-90s BBC One shutdowns.
Oh wow!
And this is what happens. The programming ends. They put a clock up. The continuity announcer comes on and says, BBC One is closing down now. And then they cut to the national anthem. They play one verse of God Save the Queen, and then it goes to black. And apparently, if you watch for ages and ages, like maybe 20 minutes or something, it just goes to static at that point. And so it's a bit like Neil and the Young Ones saying, there's no more telly. There really isn't. It's just static.
Wow.
Totally run out by that point. So there was nothing else to watch.
Exactly. So
Squad.
At 1:30 a.m. on Sunday, the 23rd of July, you had the choice of Funky Squad on Channel 4 or Static on BBC Two.
Love it. I love it.
But don't forget there's 2 more channels to go.
Oh, no.
BBC Two. You could so BBC Two, they had a film on. They had the 1989 film Great Balls of Fire, which is a musical biopic of Jerry Lee Lewis starring Dennis Quaid and Winona Ryder.
Excellent. Not all done.
Have you seen the film?
I'm aware of the film, yes. The film does focus somewhat on Jerry Lee Lewis's controversial marriage to his own cousin.
Yes, I think we're all aware of what that is, and I won't go into any detail on that because according to the Radio Times listing, it says, look out for a cameo from Peter Cook as an English journalist. And I assume they mentioned that partly because Peter Cook's British, of course, but also Peter Cook died in January 1995, so he was kind of topical at that time. Anyway, when Great Balls of Fire finished, then BBC Two goes to a roundup of highs and lows from the penultimate day of the Golf Open at St Andrews. And then they play the golf highlights, and then they close down until 6:15 a.m. So again, your choices were just black or static on BBC One, golf highlights on BBC Two, and then black and static. Or you could switch over to London Weekend Television if you're in the London region. Other regions of the UK might have had different programming, not sure. Anyway, London Weekend Television, at 11:45, they started playing a film called Remembrance of Love, a 1982 film starring Kirk Douglas. And it's described as a reunion of Holocaust survivors in Israel brings together a couple who had been teenage lovers 35 years earlier in Poland during the Second World War. And this was a TV film made by NBC. And it also features playing the young version of Kirk Douglas's son, not Michael, Eric. Eric Douglas playing his father in flashbacks.
Womp, womp.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Greg Fleet joke, Do you know who I am? I'm Kirk Douglas's son. No, I'm Kirk Douglas's son. That whole routine. Yeah, anyway. Sorry, apologies to Greg
Sadly,
Fleet.
it's Eric.
Yeah.
And anyway, so you could watch that, and then that was followed at 1:35 by Tropical Heat, a 90s American series
Sweating
about a private
bullets.
investigator.
Yes, I know that show.
You know the show?
I know.
Okay.
It's so chonky. It was only one season type thing. So
yeah. So there was your choice, guys. You basically got kind of black or static or golf highlights or Tropical Heat or Funky Squad, and I think we all know what we would have gone with, don't we?
Tropical Heat.
Yeah, static.
You're on to Tony, and you're off this podcast.
Yeah. I'm surprised that there's a complete lack of the sign language zone at that time of morning.
Well, I mean, I guess it's a Sunday morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I mean,
all the
it's
deaf
kind of
people
a
would be out
reminder.
partying like the rest of us.
Absolutely, they'll be at their deaf nightclubs. I don't know. Anyway, so it's a reminder that back in the 90s, TV stations used to shut down, and you could watch hours of test pattern with light music over the top, or black screens, or static, or whatever tripped your trigger.
But realistically, for all we know, commercial television in this country shuts down at midnight. Nobody watches past 9 o'clock anyway, really.
The home shopping half-hour infomercials seem to be coming on earlier and earlier in the night.
I know. There's so many ads for Slap Chop, and all those ones where you can do a juice loosener type thing. I've bought many.
A lot of people in black and white who are struggling with everyday objects, thinking there's got to be a better way.
Yes. All right. Well, let's get into.
Yes,
Funky
finally,
Squad.
let's talk about
Finally,
At the 1 hour mark, let's get into Funky Squad.
and it's partly my fault that it's taken so long.
That's all right. Funky
we love
Squad,
it.
Episode 1, A Degree in Death, broadcast Monday, 24th of April, 1995. The synopsis of Funky Squad going back to school to investigate a bomb explosion that has killed the Dean. Shock horror. So we are introduced to a very hippie peace protest outside a university building containing the office of the Dean, and he is met by heckles and boos. The Dean walks to his car that's isolated out of all the places in the university car park where there's no other cars around him. Yeah, but then again, I'm thinking, oh wait, they're hippies, so they wouldn't have had a car; they would have walked everywhere. Or
all the academics were so badly paid, they all had to get the bus to uni.
Yeah.
Right.
There, that's your answer, and we're sticking to it.
Or there's another explanation that something just happens to the car. In fact, I sort of tried to look at this explosion because the car blows up. But I reckon there's like about 5 individual explosive charges that blow this car to smithereens.
it's the Ehrenberg Care Special.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is this special?
Sorry, the Dr. Ehrenberg Care.
It feels like they're never going to stop setting off new charges to blow this car up. It's extraordinary.
The one thing you'll notice across the season of Funky Squad is that everything else looks really shonky, but all the explosions are really high class.
Well,
it's like everything else is shot for $1.50, but when they have to blow up a car, it's like, wow, this is really good.
Oh, because
all the budget just goes on that. But yeah, that definitely opens the show. It's within the first minute or so, and you finally think, wow, there's something happening here.
And it looks very quality Crawford Productions style. Because I'm currently still going through all their shows. Like I'm up to volume 3 of the box. So I'm still going through that. It's fun. And
I mean, it's the camera angles as well, like the way the scenes are shot.
Yeah.
It's just, there's a bit which I'll talk about later, which reminds me a lot of a scene from like Prisoner. You know, it's definitely that era of television.
And they've nailed it well because especially the opening titles where we're introduced to our heroes. Very similar.
Well, just before we do that, okay, so we do have to mark that this is an auspicious occasion. This is the first death in the series.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
So if we can just add to that.
That should be just coming through on the Deathalyzer now.
That's obscure.
We'll try and keep a running tally of the deaths that happen. And see whether it's more or less deadly than say Mount Thomas, the home of Blue Healers.
You know what? This is what this podcast is about. I'm championing you on this, Daniel. That was fucking brilliant. Especially where you got it from, because we haven't covered it on this podcast yet. So
no.
I don't know whether to spoil it at home or anything like that, but I'm sure everyone knows where that's from.
Oh, and
the degeneration.
These numbers are the non-racially adjusted numbers as well.
Oh God.
Yeah. That is it's a brutal sketch, that one.
Yeah. So well done, Daniel. Well done. Well played.
All right, let's get to the opening titles.
We are introduced to our big stars of the show, Funky Squad.
In an attempt to crack down on crime, the police department has created an elite new team. A team that speaks the language of the streets. Young, hip, in touch with the now generation. Funky Squad.
Blair Steele playing Grant. Verity Svensson Hart is the beautiful and wonderful blonde Cassie. The token ethnic, the Jerry Alvarez as Styx. And, okay, who wants to pronounce Harvey's name?
Harvey Zadkala Jr., I think.
Okay, yeah.
Zadalka?
Zadalka.
Yeah,
it's
probably Zadalka if you're pronouncing it properly.
Yeah, as Poncho and Baldwin Scott as the chief. So, you always got that other ethnic who doesn't speak a word of English as that token character too.
Yeah, we'll find out why a little bit later in a not shoehorned in a bit of exposition.
Yeah.
Some great music there from Craig Harner.
Yes.
And the Funky Squad horns.
Yes, the Funky Squad horns. Who like to give the Jeff Harvey and the Channel 9 a run for his money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So at the police station, Grant refuses to go on a double date with Styx, out of all things. But you notice that very, very quickly, after he's going, oh, she's hot, and everything else like that, Styx goes straight into a different move, trying to pick up a police officer.
Take a letter, babe. I got the motor, you got the body. What say I check out your chassis tonight? Yours truly, Styx.
Officer, don't you have a report to complete? And I thought you were here to see the chief.
Smooth, Styx. Just as you're talking to Grant about going on a double date.
Which I'm sure would have been an episode later in the series if it wasn't cut off at 7.
Yeah.
Episode 10 or 12.
Well, the chief does confirm that Funky Squad, with Funky Squad, that the Central University Dean McGuinness has been killed. Turns out that the squad did know him, though.
That's right. A car was blown up. We've just learnt there was a person in that car.
Whoa, messy. Guess that stiff's now resting in pieces.
That stiff was the head of the university, Dean McGuinness.
Oh, you mean someone's wasted Silver Spoon McGuinness?
You knew him?
Man, he was head honcho and we were at Central.
Was he well liked?
He was pretty square, wasn't moving with the times.
Didn't speak the lingo of the kids. Too hung up on textbooks, couldn't read the writing on the wall.
But he didn't deserve to end up a jigsaw for the boys at Forensic to put together again.
And the chief finds out all of this from the commissioner. We know that he was speaking to the commissioner because he says, "That's right, commissioner," and that was the commissioner.
Well, the chief is putting the blame on the uni kids, but Funky Squad aren't having any of it, so they go undercover as campus students. You hear? I'm not going to talk like that. That's just fucking woeful. But Jane really nails the whole, 70s vibe. She is a 70s chick.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, we know from the Funky Squad annual that Verity Svensson Hart, like, I think her dad's Swedish and her mum's English. So she's really got that kind of Euro accent going. He was pretty square, and I love the accent she's doing there. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love the blue eyeshadow and just compliments her.
Yeah,
wonderful golden blonde locks.
The blonde suits.
Yeah.
They basically bought anything 70s from Melbourne op shops. They just put them all into a van, and they're all on display in this program. It's some
and let's not forget that was only 20 years ago, and here you just get a lot of 2006 fast fashion crap if you were looking for something from 20 years ago.
That's the thing, isn't it? Because I don't know about you, Kim, but when in the mid 90s, me and my friends were going around the op shops and buying 70s gear and wearing it around. And that was kind of a cool thing to do.
Yeah, I think there was Dolly magazine had, the 70s inspired specials at that time, but probably mid 90s. Maybe I was more into more jeans and t-shirt and bloody collection shirt and jeans. So I don't think I was wearing 70s stuff.
You can be into that as well.
Well, yeah,
pair them together. Why not?
Well, yeah, just a reminder that, this is the 1970s in the 1990s, so only 20 years difference. So, if we were to do 20 years ago nowadays, that's, 2006?
2006, yeah.
I'm sure they've also would have rated the Countdown clothing department as well, the wardrobe department of Channel.
Yeah, there is a nod to the Salvation Army in the credits, which I'm sure you noticed, but that's
with that, I think that's to do with the particular residence that's there. Because they mentioned the Salvation Army Anchorage there, which I think is a specific housing building. I thought that might have been like a branch where you could get a whole bunch of 70s stuff really cheap or something.
Actually,
but basically, like the costume designer Kitty Stuckey really has her work cut out for her in this series, and she nails it beautifully.
Cool. Well, where have we got here? So the sorry, I lost my position in my script. Okay, here we go.
So they're at the university.
Yep, thank you. So Funky Squad arrive on campus and stating how much it hasn't changed at all. Grant does chat with Swami. I was about to say Guru Swami, but he's not really a guru.
Hey man, looks like you're into some good karma there.
Karma? You're into transcendental meditation too?
Hey, we've all got our own nirvana. Heavy scene with the Dean.
Violence is a hungry beast, but it feeds only on itself.
I'm on your wavelength. Everyone's pointing the finger at us kids. Don't it eat you up?
He who is angered by a message is angered by his own blindness.
So wait, you're saying the kids did do it?
I know not all the answers, but there is good and bad in all. Yin and yang.
Yin and yang. I'm with you.
Feeling very David Lynch there. So it's.
I mean that guy. When I went to university in the mid 90s, there was always some kind of bullshit guy who was into something, and I just thought, yeah. That's it.
Man.
This guy, he's just sitting there going, what's he actually doing? Is he really into this spiritualism stuff? I'm going to guess not.
Wasn't that their mantra or whatever the chant?
Yeah,
like the
but he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. What are you doing right there? He's actually saying as he's trying to think about it, which then molts into
He's just a guy with long hair who's kind of trying to look cool. Yeah. That's it.
He's a scriptwriter's version of a bearded Buddha kind of a guy. You have to sort of see this as being, like that. This is all being written by people who think they know the lingo.
Right.
Yeah, I feel with Funky Squad a lot of the time when you're looking for the joke is that it's an out-of-touch representation of what's being shown. I mean, there's not a lot of... There are obvious jokes, but I think a lot of the time the humour is meant to come through from thinking that, it's some 50-year-old scriptwriter trying to write what he thinks is going on with the kids.
Yep, down with the new generation.
Kind of like the whole Cowabunga type thing, Yeah, well, Poncho and Styx bump into a professor to get clues. Like, literally bump into a professor.
Oh, I'm so terribly sorry.
Whoa. Here you go, Prof.
Thank
Here you go, relax,
I'm
Prof.
not myself today, you know. What with this terrible business about Dean McGuinness. I don't know what's become of the younger generation.
Whoa. So you're laying the rap on us kids?
Well, who else could it have been? I mean, amongst us staff, Dean McGuinness was universally admired. In fact, at his last re-election, he won by an unprecedented 13 votes to 1.
Whoa, that's a landslide.
Yeah, well, look, can't chat. Where was I off to? Oh, yes, my lecture.
Man, this place has not changed a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that poor professor. Air Lincoln's going to take his house in about 25 years.
Also, doesn't he need to get back to the elderly operations centre?
Yes. Yes.
So that's Monty Maisels as the professor, and he turns up later on as Jack. They're going to take away me house, Daryl, in the castle.
Yeah. When I first heard 13-1, I thought, well, maybe this dean is actually, rigged the elections and people don't like him because he's some kind of dictator that's kind of made everyone want to vote for him, and he's actually not liked at all. But
too complicated an idea.
It's too complicated.
Now Cassie decides to go to class and mingle a little bit to try and blend in.
Is this Philosophy 1B?
Hey, chick, check your clock. You just missed it.
Oh, far out. I'm new here. I'm Cassie.
Peace, I'm Heather.
Man, what a week to start. Dean gets blown to smithereens.
Yeah.
You don't care about what went down?
Did he care about the kids that are dying every day in the war? I mean, we try and make a stand against the killings and he calls in the fuzz. And the fuzz are just the same. They take his side.
Yeah, cops. Can't trust them.
Yeah, right on. You might be interested in this groovy new club I've just joined. Well, they're all about making a stand, taking control. Who's got the power? We have.
Wow, sounds cool.
Look, there's a meeting tomorrow night. Why don't you come along? It'll be a gas.
Sure.
Here's the address. Bring a friend if you like. Starts at 8. But, I'd get your watch fixed.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I friggin' love it.
Right on.
Right on, man. Yeah.
You have to have a bingo card to find out how many things do they say.
Now, wasn't that the playing the hippie chick? Wasn't she in Frontline?
Possibly. Because the thing is, though, with here's the thing with the credits that I noticed, especially with...
It's really hard to work out with the credits.
Well, the credits, they just have names, but not every single name is there, as I discovered when trying to chase someone up for an interview. And that person, even though I knew who that person is, by the way, spoiler alert, we do have a guest coming on in a future episode who actually, has a role in one of the episodes.
Don't tell us right now in case we jinx it.
Yeah, I know, right. But that person, I'll put it this way, that person's name wasn't... Touche, Kim, touche. Anyway, so not everyone's name appears in the credits of the episode. That's what the point I was trying to get across. Anyway, so overwhelming. I think I need a drink. It's time for an ad break.
Out of the past, she came with a blast. The woman meant for blue. Long hair blowing and her navel showing, and a smile that just
late for me and it's late for you.
Now, do you recognise those thighs at all?
All I was thinking
were they using Far Eastern flimsy?
Did you recognise the thighs in that? No, I'm serious. Did you recognise? Well,
all I was thinking was that old
thighs.
phrase, who says you can't advertise on the ABC? Don't play it.
Because
we've got two more of these.
Yeah. But you don't recognise those thighs. That's another hint. It's, she's known for her thighs. Oh,
you're going to have to tell us.
It's Natalie Thigh Blaster in that commercial.
All I was thinking was that was an ad for RC Cola, and yes, that ad was very RC.
Yeah. If you watch it again, if you look at it again, it is Natalie Thigh, or the actress who plays.
Wow,
yeah.
Natalie Thigh Blaster.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed was her thighs blasting. So, well, the camera makes it obvious, with the way that they zoomed into.
Yes, there's no ambiguity in this 30-second masterpiece.
The thighs, thunder thighs. Well,
also it's that kind of, and this was quite common in this era. You'd have a hot chick, but then the dude who fancied her wouldn't really be that hot. In fact, he's got a really dreadful comb over.
Some vicious comb over, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, and after that commercial break, I think that RC Cola tastes like arse. Now, the other version's from Pisiona. Anyway, Funky Squad are back at the station where Chief tells them that the bomb was made of nitro and attached as a Y bomb to the car. So, that solves that problem, why it exploded, not just because it was spontaneously combusting.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think, by the way, in pretty much the only time I'll be able to add anything of technical interest, I'm pretty sure the police station is the South Melbourne Town Hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not 100%, but I know Sean McCullough filmed a few things out the front of the South Melbourne Town Hall, and I know people tend to like using that because of the way it's set up. You can actually, there's no road in front of it. It's like just a car park in front of it. So it's quite easy to sort of set up without having cars drive by.
That would make sense because I've seen it being used in, say, Fast Forward. When especially the part where Jerry Connolly as the Queen, going around and she's sitting there having a diary. So yeah.
And because I think as well it was probably quite close to the ABC studios at the time.
We need you here, Tony, to explain where all these things are being filmed because you're the Melbourne representative here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, it's Monash University, isn't it? Because that's in the credits.
There is a moment, speaking of Melbourne, there is a moment in the opening titles where they're playing the montage and I think Sticks arrests someone like up against a fence near a wharf. Not on the wharf or thing. That looks like where Barjas caught Scasey with his Capricciosa.
The problem is that a lot of that dock stuff is now Docklands, which is a big, real estate development. But if you watch, what was it I watched? If you watch the not that good Australian film Metal Skin by the guys who did Romper Stomper, the end of that is filmed at the docks before they turned it into a football stadium. And that does sort of look a lot like that area. So I'm going to say that's probably where they've done it, but none of that looks like it does now.
Okay. Well,
but yeah, I did notice that there is another bit in the opening credits where they're all like in the convertible cruising along, and in the background it's very mid-90s Melbourne skyline. Those buildings were not there in the 70s.
Yeah, fair enough. Now back in the office, and Officer Mullaney comes in with his report.
I've been doing some investigating of my own. It appears there's a subversive group of troublemakers at Central who are behind most of the protest activities. Anarchists, mainly. They organise demonstrations, support revolutionary actions. In fact, I have their name right here.
The Anti-Establishment Front, AEF.
Well, how did you know?
I'm going to one of their meetings tonight. In fact, they said, bring a friend. Any takers?
Count me in. Or maybe I should go along as well.
No way, Mulaney.
You blow our cover, straight-lace.
I think it's an excellent idea for you to attend that meeting tonight. But Officer Mulaney has done extremely well. And unlike you, he is not blinded by his loyalty to the younger generation.
But Chief!
Enough, Funky Squad. I think you're late for school.
That was a terrible sitcom as well. Late for school. Sorry, I'm just jumping into the 90s there. Well, inside the campus boardroom, and the university board discuss who should take over the role as dean. And everyone hesitates except for...
Someone must have the courage to stand forth and... Professor Parkinson, are you sure?
I consider it my duty.
Oh, very good. Very good, sir.
Mr. Dean. Good show, Parky.
I try.
Yes. Thanks a lot.
And they're all
By the
like,
way,
phew.
Humphrey, how are the police going with their investigations?
Oh, yes, thank you for reminding me. Well, apparently, they've assigned some plainclothes officers to the university campus. Oh, in fact, that might be them now. Police, dressed like that.
Long hair, untidy.
Oh, I do hope they don't intend to leave that jalopy parked there all day. Anyway, back to classes.
Oh, sinister.
Yes, it literally says sinister music in the closed captions.
Excellent.
And yeah, that boardroom was period accurate. A lot of old white men on that board.
And oak wood finish. And
well, as someone who went to a university in the mid-90s, I can tell you, like, all the decor was still solidly 70s.
And smell of smoke and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was like more than 20 years old at that point. So, yeah, I guess it
smoking
was starting to
whiskey
make you
stains,
smell.
yeah.
I never saw my professors drinking whiskey, though.
No.
Yeah.
But there was very much the sense, I think like with in the 70s with Whitlam, they actually put money into the universities and then slowly took it out again. So everything was sort of 20 years old when you went to uni. There was always a lot of burnt orange and sort of plastic
purple vinyl.
Love the purple vinyl.
Yeah.
And it's probably all still there, right? To this day, probably the same. My university was regional, so I didn't have the old stuff. It was a fairly new one. Probably didn't last as long as all that nice oak furniture.
I did like the way this scene as well introduces that Funky Squad park their car in the middle of the campus.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And also, the guy playing Professor Parkinson is, of course, Bob Cavell from Frontline.
That's who it was. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Hence the reason why.
Couldn't place him.
Credits.
The evil beard was throwing you off the scent.
Yes, because I'm so used to him being clean shaven.
Yeah, but it's the same kind of creepy voice.
Sinister. He's out to plot against Mike Moore.
The beard can't muffle the voice.
Well, Sticks and Poncho head back to their car only to discover it's been wired with a bomb because of Poncho's quick clicks. And
the world's crappiest bomb.
Yeah. Well, it is a hoax after all, they discover. But Poncho just manages to unhook it from underneath.
But the bit that when you get to the end of this episode and you think about it, it's like, how did this bomb get under the car? At what point was there any time for the person doing the bombing to put the bomb under the car? Would someone have not noticed that particular person rolling under a car in the middle of the camp?
Well, maybe he didn't have his sinister music going. That's why he got away with it.
They would have thought that was an environmentally friendly way to get around, just rolling around. You don't need a car, you just roll.
Yeah.
I think,
That's
Tony,
right.
you're introducing the second man theory where Professor Parkinson had a second man helping him with all his dastardly schemes, but we never
again,
actually
it's too
find out about the
complicated.
second man. See,
You can't.
I'm going to start a conspiracy theory that there's a second man in this episode of Funky Squad.
Oh.
I think the idea of introducing plot logic into Funky Squad. It's going to be a bit of a dead end.
Yeah. Grant Cassie bump into the campus maintenance worker who is busy repairing the chemistry storage room because someone sabotaged.
Hey, watch out.
Sorry, man.
Bit of an accident.
Well, no accident. Somebody broke into the chemistry storeroom a couple of nights back, stole some chemicals.
Any idea who?
All I know is I'm the only one with a key. Even the professors have to work through me and sign out their chemicals. But no one never signed out no nitric acid, sodium chloride and carbolic glycerate. No one. Where's me hammer?
Where's me hammer?
Right. Nitric acid, sodium chloride, carbolic glycerate.
Hey, just because you got the science degree doesn't mean I understand all that mumbo-jumbo.
Make a cocktail of them 3 babies and you've got yourself nitroglycerin.
The car bomb. Looks like our Master Blaster's been here.
Kids, you'd think they'd come here for education.
Hey, Gramps, how'd you know it was students?
I left one of these behind. You don't see many adults wearing one of these.
He's holding up a bandana there, folks. Straight from a Fossey's.
Straight from the RC Cola ad.
Can I just just to go to People Want Ducks for a second? The Master Blaster.
Yeah.
Was like a get this reference, wasn't it?
I think so.
Kim Beazley saying the
Master
calling
Master
John
Blaster.
Howard the Master Blaster. Yeah.
Well, Master Blaster was from Mad Max John Thunderdome.
Ah.
That's the little guy on top of the big guy.
Well, I got it confused at one stage with the Kevin Bloody Wilson. Is it Kevin Bloody Wilson saying "Make me mate the Master Father"? So that's totally different altogether.
Save that for the Kevin Bloody Wilson podcast.
Yep, understandable. Well, cut to the head of the anti-establishment front. I was going to do a Monty Python reference. It is the same era. So the Judean People's Front. Anyway, Ace, who is the head of it, giving a speech. And Cassie and Grant are within the group, but Mulaney walks in trying to act hip. He gets called out straight away, especially, I think the car was a bit of a giveaway, the peace car.
That car was the best joke in the episode.
So I was going to say, which joke did you laugh out loud at? Was it that?
It was that. Just the way it turned police into peace on the side of the car. I was like, good work, Mulaney.
I think it's either the police car changed to a peace car being the funniest joke, or the most obvious bomb in the world diffused hilariously by Poncho. I think they're probably the 2 best jokes.
Yeah. Well, Cassie moves.
Hang on a second. Don't forget. There's an amazing piece of dialogue when all the anarchists say, "I'm beginning to smell bacon," and Melanie says, "No, I'm not a cop. I'm a hippie like you. I'm not a cop, honest." As they chase him out.
Cassie makes a move to get to know Ace, who then moves their chat into his bedroom because
not a bedroom, a pad.
Yes.
Sorry, I got to get used to the 70s lingo. His pad.
70s lingo, man.
Yeah. And as they're slowly going to get it on, Cassie finds the chemicals.
Really? Was there any sense they were going to get it on?
Well, he had the Bar Just mood lighting, and then he put on the Bar Just record. Many moods.
Yeah, and he nipped out to get her some weed so she could get high.
Yeah,
I guess.
Cassie was snooping around.
He put a record on.
Yeah, he did.
You know.
And then, yeah.
That's all it took in the 70s.
Yeah, that's how all of us were made, I'm sure.
You just put
Our
a record
parents
on.
just put a record on and got some weed going and
yep.
off that.
That's
and
just
we
how it
emerged
was.
9 months later.
Well, after, yeah.
You call the baby Kite Man.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
Cassie and Grant arrest Ace because he doesn't explain why he's got the chemicals until they interrogate him in the police headquarters, which he confesses that he received a letter to steal chemicals for, quote, some South American guy, unquote.
70s version of the Nigerian prince wanting your money.
The chemicals fixed now. Send money. Yeah.
In exchange for real making gold.
Yeah.
Real making explosion.
Dosage, yes. But the chief doesn't believe the story and sends him away. Now, Poncho examines the letter and discovers... Wait, hold on. Wait. Yeah, because that's all he does. the click.
Oh, click.
Yeah. Points the finger. Discovers that the Y on a typewriter is lower than the other letters.
Typewriter's faulty.
Oh, great. All we got to do now is track down somebody with a busted typewriter.
Quit it, Sticks. Who could have written this?
Someone who wanted to make a bomb real bad.
Reason?
To kill the Dean.
Motive?
Bad blood. Maybe he wanted him out the way.
Suspects?
Some kid with an axe to grind. Personal, political, who knows?
What say it weren't a kid?
Oh, you sound like a broken record, Grant. It's got to be a student. All them top cats loved him. All? Don't you listen to me? He won that last election 13 to...
1.
1.
Let's go find out who this Lone Ranger is. Hi-ho, Silver. Away.
Poncho talks too much.
We don't know why he doesn't talk yet.
No, but he just interrupted with his click. That's all. Now it's time for another ad break.
Line break!
For the very first time, soap with streaks of lime makes your skin feel alive.
It's called Lime Fresh!
Fresh lime.
Delicious streaks of lime make Lime Fresh so fresh it tingles, and the freshness stays with you all day.
Lime, lime, lime. Lime, 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 lime.
Lime Fresh!
Fresh lime.
He says delicious streaks of lime. That's the first soap that I want to eat.
Yeah, sounds delicious.
Yeah. What was...
You weren't watching that and just thinking, this is a bit dodgy, this ad. Like, you know... Oh, come on,
they're all a bit dodgy.
No. Well, I've got a story to tell about this ad. I've got to
go. I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, so I was watching it, and then my partner said, "Gene's in this ad," like my colleague from work, and I was like, "Gene," and I called him up, and it turns out he isn't in the ad, but his family's in the ad. So Gene is Indigenous background. He's got a family who were into showbiz. Back when he was a kid, his dad is in the ad, his granddad is in the ad, his 2 uncles are in the ad, and his cousin, one of the sons of the uncles, is also in the ad.
Wow.
And he is the Lime Fresh kid, and his name is Guy Ross, and his dad Manny, his granddad Alf. His granddad was apparently a bit of an actor, and he was actually in the Eureka Stockade movie back in the 40s, I think. And his dad was also quite a fan of being in the odd commercial. So he was in a cigarette ad, for example, and ads where they kind of wanted to have someone who was African-American or kind of Aboriginal background actor. So they were all had a really good time on the ad. And the cousin, the kid who says the Lime Fresh catchphrase, so he, I think he really liked the fame because apparently it was a huge ad at the time. And so my friend Gene, he lived in Wollongong, so one time Lime Fresh cousin came to visit, and they went to the shops, and the shopkeeper was like, "You're the Lime Fresh kid ad. Can you say the Lime Fresh?"
Oh, God.
So
Say the line. Say the line.
Say the line.
Line, Bart. Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently they love doing these ads. His uncle was in the Daly Wilson big band as well. Sometime musician in that, and I can find out more about it. But I only just found out about it today, so I gave him a quick call. Just got the info, notes, the basic info about what was happening. Yeah. So he actually wasn't in any of these kind of showbizy shows when he was growing up, but his sister and cousin were cast in Spy Force with Jack Thompson back in the 70s. When it came to filming, his sister was in the car and their car broke down, so she couldn't make the filming of it, but his cousin was able to. I think he said they were cast as a Papua New Guinea kid. And I did ask him if he felt there was a bit of cultural appropriation happening in this. Back in the 70s, it wasn't a thing, and they were having fun, just being.
You get to be on a ship for a day.
Really, you get to be on TV, and so that was the story basically. So I can find out a bit more about it. if you like. But that was basically the conversation. So it sounded like it was a really fun time, and it was one of those ads. Like he was just saying, in the 70s, TV was basically so influential, and everyone was saying catchphrases. So Lime Fresh was a big thing. He was saying the Valiant ads. Everyone was going around with peace signs saying "Hey Charger." That was another one he mentioned that was a popular ad at the time.
We could go on and on about those ads.
Yeah, so there were lots of ads, But so he said actually his family have a little bit of a Jamaican heritage as well. So the Caribbean aspect was a bit of a nod to that. So yeah, had fun doing that.
Wow, that was really cool.
Great story.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, Kim. Right on. Now, the Funky Squad break into... Oh, well, hold on. There we go. Inside the...
They just walk straight through the main entrance of the library.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Funky Squad scan through. They do Daniel's job, basically. So, Daniel, your job in the 70s is... what Funky Squad are illustrating?
Look, it would have been a lot harder in the 70s. When we first started this podcast, basically all of the microfilm machines are attached to computers now, so you can save everything as images. And these days, I actually found out I don't even need to be in the library. I'm paying a subscription to just go onto a website, and it's got all the digitized microfilm already.
Okay.
Nice.
So nothing as laborious as what Poncho's doing here, trying to get the lead out, as it were.
Yeah, the early days of NCIS Funky. So
I was really impressed that they had the old-fashioned card catalogue quite prominently on display, because even by the mid-90s, those things were on their way out. So they must have, I suppose the library at whatever university they're at Monash, must have kept it around. But yeah, that I can remember those from when I was a little kid going to the libraries, and by the early 90s they were already putting stuff on computer because those card catalogues were huge.
As they go through the microfiche or the microfilm, they find the letter from the professor of chemistry, Parkinson, with the wonky Y, with a very wonky Y.
Yeah, did anybody press pause and have a read of the letter?
I was saying that I didn't pause it, but I did glimpse that I nominate myself.
No, well, I won't read all of it out, but there is the sentence, "I would also like the board to know that sycophants will be rewarded."
Oh, yes. I did notice that, but it didn't click.
Which, certainly that's a very modern phrase at time of recording, I'll put it that way.
Very Trump, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Funky break into Parkinson's lab and find evidence of bomb-making equipment and chemicals until...
Dix, don't move an inch.
I'm getting used to this freeze caper.
What is it, Cass?
The 3 ingredients of nitroglycerin.
Leftovers from bomb number 1, which gives us everything we need for murder 1. Buzz the chief.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
You're a scumbag, Parkinson.
Marvellous to see how the young people still respect their elders.
So you're the one with the grudge against Dean McGuinness.
It's true. I was tired of playing second fiddle to that academic lightweight. The university was going to the dogs. Something had to be done.
So just because you got a score to settle, you drop the bait, get a bite, pick up the ball from some wide-eyed student honcho hanging out for world peace.
Kid dishes the stuff, you light the big bonfire, and kapow, Dean McGuinness turns the key on his own meat wagon.
Ace is left holding the can, you walk in as top dog.
Good debating team. But the long hair doesn't seem to say very much.
You wouldn't be doing much debating either if you'd taken a bullet in the tongue.
There we go. That's why Poncho can't talk. Other than the fact that he can't speak a word of English.
I was kind of surprised. I'm not entirely sure that finding chemicals in a chemistry professor's office is going to be enough to convict someone for murder.
Honestly, have you not seen Breaking Bad?
But it's like, we've got the ingredients. Well, that's him done for murder 1. It's like, really?
Oh, you got to listen to the sinister music as well, or the da-da-da-da.
Well, yeah.
Come on, man, it's the 70s. You could get locked up on a cop say-so.
And more importantly, he confessed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's that Law and Order thing where as soon as you present the evidence, the criminal just goes, "Oh yeah, you got me, I did it," rather than "No, let's go to court. I'm going to deny it for the next 10 years."
Yeah, I did it, but I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Charlie, we love you.
Sorry.
No, you're playing the wrong song. You've got to do the Canadian Owen Wilson version now.
Updated.
Yeah.
So Parkinson traps Funky Squad in his lab with carbolic acid.
Class dismissed. Oh, and I'll lock up.
Quick sticks! The test tubes!
Quick sticks.
This is no time for chemistry.
Of course, nitroglycerin.
Oh, great. Now he's gotten rid of the evidence.
Yeah, but hang on a second. Parkinson says, "I'll lock up." Then he doesn't lock the door, which means they don't have to blow the door off its hinges to get out. They could just walk out the room.
Oh,
But
no.
that would not be.
No.
That Aaron Bouquet wouldn't be needed, and it wouldn't be as fun.
I was trying not to.
Sorry, I've ruined it all.
You've
I've ruined
made
the
me.
plot. Pedantry.
I was trying to go a whole episode without it.
I
Right,
like how that button was so accessible.
I'm in the naughty step now. I've got the dunce hat on. Ruined the whole whole podcast.
There were a couple of little bits where Tony was, pushing the boundaries of it, and then I thought, no, I'll go past it. But Alison, you just went.
It's all crumbled to dust.
Yes. Anyway.
Oh, no.
So, but because of that, the team chased Parkinson to the rooftop where he falls to his death after the guardrail gives way. So, no.
in the most prisoner scene ever.
Yeah.
That is just pure
Really
prisoner.
disappointed they couldn't throw a dummy off the roof. It was like,
Yeah,
come on.
that would have been prisoner.
Yeah. Now it's time for another ad break.
Who's that? Me. Who's that? Me again.
Who's that behind those VY?
Still me.
Who's that?
That's not me.
Who's that behind those VYs?
Me.
Who's that?
Wish I knew.
Who's that?
VYIs. We've got the looks, not just the lens.
Who's that behind those VYIs?
Now here's a cool
And
thing.
it's such a fun jingle to have after we've experienced another death.
That should be just coming through on the Deathalyzer now.
There we go. We're up to 2 now.
2. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're really going to struggle to get much pathos out of any of the deaths on Funky Squad. It's not really the kind of show where you've got, the slow pan up to the graveyard and everyone standing around looking really sad. I think it's you're dead, you're gone.
Well, I looked up the women's vintage 1970s VY sunglasses. Now, guess how much I found a pair for?
$50.
No, this is 70s. They would have been like maybe 10, 20.
No, but today now,
How
much?
how much today?
$3.
Oh, you're so close, Kim. $7 at Vinnie's. That's Salvo, sorry. It's
$7.
Salvo's.
Oh, right.
You probably would have paid about $7 back in the mid-70s, and that would have been a lot of money.
Plus, there's no guarantee that it would actually protect your eyes.
Oh, exactly.
Well,
yeah.
I think after
They
50
would look
years,
good,
if you wear
but,
that light,
yeah.
they're going to focus the sunlight on your eyes like a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
As I scroll down for more, because I googled VYI glasses, and as I scroll down to popular products, the first picture that comes up is a novelty Willy Penis nose glasses for $9.
I think that's more a
$9.
reflection of your search.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, it probably protects you from the sun. By the way.
I don't want to know who's behind the VYIs you're seeing then, Matt.
The VDIs, if you want to be 70s about it. Sorry.
It's the STIs glasses. Anyway, back at the station, and the chief admits to Funky Squad that he was wrong to accuse those meddling kids until Ace walks in.
Oh, and I guess I owe you an apology too. Sorry for coming on so strong the other night.
No sweat.
You said you wanted me to find you something to get you high.
Oh, I...
Young man, this is a police station.
Will this do?
He's holding up platform shoes.
What a great punchline.
Fantastic.
And Mark Neal there playing as looking like a very young Ian Molly Meldrum to my eyes.
Yes.
Very sort of clean cuts, shirt unbuttoned a bit.
Do yourself a favour, get high.
Yeah.
Now
also,
with the
I
platform
also
shoes.
just want to point out that establishing shot coming out of that ad break. I feel like you're going to see that establishing shot a lot.
Oh, the pink lady in the pink outfit with the handbag. She
Yep,
goes in
and
out
a couple
that
of people
station
walking
all the
across,
time.
and there's somebody in blue who is, I forget whether they're going in or out, but yeah, I felt like I might have seen that establishing shot a hell of a lot throughout this series. I wonder if I should make a count of that as well. It might be a bit more palate cleansing than the Death Eliza.
Who knows? Well, but did you read the credits at all? Like, do you have anything to break down with that? I really couldn't find much stuff other than our token.
I mean, I've always thought it was cool that they used the 70s ABC logo in the credits.
As well, I just love that they used the Funky Squad horns as
Yep.
Yep. And everything was under Frontline Productions.
And they also even put in an era accurate year there under the copyright notice. So they put their copyright MCMLXXVI, which that's 1976.
At least they didn't have the ABC.
No.
You got to go back to a couple of episodes of our Frontline to get that. Yeah. Well.
All right.
Well,
do you want to hear what Ross Warnke had to say about the debut episode?
Oh no! Do we want to hear this?
Press the button. Go ahead.
It's not too long. So Full Frontal was back on 7 as funny and irreverent as ever, but sharing the Monday limelight was Funky Squad, Monday 8 p.m. on 2. The latest creation, maybe that should be recreation of the team who brought us The Late Show and Frontline. You can see where they are coming from, and you might even be able to guess where they are trying to go with this series, spoofing 70s-style cop shows. But a clever joke, and there's no denying it is clever, that at best might be stretched into a good running series of skits in a show like The Late Show or Full Frontal, is teased out here to 7 half-hour episodes. It's hard to see it holding out interest, no matter how much attention to 70s detail and affection for the Starsky and Hutch cop genre is evident. Above all else, it is not very funny. The biggest laughs in the first episode came from 20-year-old ads that were dug out of the archives and inserted to give the show the look of a program on commercial TV. When the ads are more entertaining than the show itself, things are really crook.
That is Warnke time.
At least you like the ads. At least you like having to perv on the RC Cola girl.
I'll be honest. By the standards of 90s television criticism, that's pretty fair. He's like, I think he's, you can disagree with the weighting you would give to what he values and what he doesn't, but I think he's basically identified what's going on. And in a way that, you can go, oh yeah, I know what he's talking about. Whereas you can get a lot of critics that will say stuff's good or bad, but you don't know, that's all you get from them, that they liked it or they didn't. Warnke at least tells you what kind of show it is. He doesn't like it, but you can go, that sounds like something I would like, I'll go watch it.
Yeah, that's fair. That is completely fair.
I'm surprised to be defending Ross
I know, what the
Warnke,
hell? Tony, you've been gone too long.
Well, we also identified earlier in this episode that the laugh rate is not high in Funky Squad.
No.
So I guess he's right about that aspect.
It's very much a show where the idea is the joke.
Yeah, it's the tropes.
It's a very accurate parody with very few real belly laughs, I guess.
Yeah. It's like when you compare it to the clip that we played earlier from the radio version, I mean, that's just jam-packed with jokes. That's got as many jokes in 90 seconds as an episode of Frankie Squad.
Do you think the budget helped as well? Because the budget, which they said, was roughly $1,000 per episode.
Okay.
So they were maybe they were trying to do a lot more stuff, but they really had to pad out that half hour. So they really had to slow down the dialogue.
It does feel it's the kind of show where if you made it now or someone did a version now, you would expect it to be jam-packed with jokes. If someone said we're doing a 70s parody, you would go, well, that's 5 minutes. What happens in the rest of the half hour? You've got to really work it in.
Oh, it's just Dr. Aaron Beaucaire doing explosions, and he's doing them for free.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. The explosions are great, and like there's lots of good bits in Funky Squad, but you do get the impression that it's like, did this need to be a half-hour show? Like, you could have made the jokes and the points that you were going to make with less. And I remember when it aired, like by like week 3 or 4, people, when I was talking to people, they would say they were watching it for the ads, like the old ads were the highlight. You sort of think. Yeah, and you kind of think, just showing the ads makes about 80% of the point that they're trying to make, which is just the past was kind of dumb and funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, you're not watching Funky Squad going, interesting takedown on the, the logic behind police, investigating youth crime. It's like, no, it's just a dumb 70s cop show, but they've made it now.
Well, with that, that concludes Funky Squad episode 1 and the Champagne Comedy Podcast episode 80. Whoa. Wow. Well, we're getting there. We're climbing. Yeah, we're back again. So feel free to email champagnelateshow@gmail.com. Check this episode's show notes for our socials, as well as search for the Champagne Comedy Comedy Podcast group on Facebook, and buymeacoffee.com /TLS Champagne Pod. So with
and
all
TLS
that,
Champagne still on Twitter, still hanging in there.
Yeah, just
me trying not to burn it down.
Just thank you to everyone who's contributed to this episode, and all the feedback and just writing in and just anything at all, just continuing to listen. So thank you very much for that. Also, thank you, Alison, Daniel, Kim, and Tony. And you, the listener. So I'm Matt. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Stay groovy.
Thank you for listening to the Champagne Comedy Podcast, created by fans for the fans. For more information on this podcast, please visit champagnecomedy.com. Produced by Matt Fulton Productions. mattfulton.com.au. Yeah, baby.
Going to turn into Austin Powers by the end of the run.